I kill. It's not my way, it's just my will. Everything I done can't come around behind me. Everything above me starts to run. Most of the world is dying all around me. Everything I own, I know I bought. You can't see the black inside. Saves the flesh, but it scars the pride. Anytime I run, I come right back again. Thinking all the time spent so confused. Looking back at things that remain irreversible. Giving all the tools that I have used. This was for you, my sister. My son, my hands they start to blister, but the things I kill are only one after. Hi, everybody, and welcome to From the Slab. I am Monkey Boy, and this is Chris. Say hi, Chris. Hi. Good to see. We've got a few people in here already, so feel free to say hi. Remember, we're all about talking to you guys too. Professor Feather 11,
Professor Feather,
as opposed to the other 10. Good to see you, Zombie Mortuary. Hey, you had me at Zombie. That's all I'm going to say. Paula Trigg, hello, Paula Trigg. Good to see you. Good to see you. Delilah plays the dead girl. Hello there. Chris Cherry. Hello,
look
buddy.
At all these beautiful people.
All the beautiful people are here. And that's okay. If you have friends who are uggos, bring them along. Chris is coming live from the Walmart break room.
Nice.
I'm sure they like that. That's what they want.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's coffee. Don't worry.
So is mine.
Hi, Facebook user. Yeah,
is that Jackie again?
We don't know. That's the thing. It's doing that on some things and not other things. It's probably Jackie, but she didn't spell hi, H-I-G-H. So I don't know for sure. I don't. It's I'm really happy to see that we've got some people in here. We've got some definite Twitchers, which is really good. And I'm really honestly tonight's movie is Thinner, picked by Chris Cherry last week. And
thank you, Chris Cherry.
He was the winner, undisputed last week. And that's cool. It's a Stephen King movie. It's from one of the years that happened before this year. I think it was 97? 7? I know you're ready to hear about the movie. Again, I don't know. Facebook user. Don't be so angry, man. You're using Facebook. I don't know. 1996. Thank you. Chris Cherry with the assist. 1996. I'm going to let you guys know we have a little something new going on. We're now apparently allowed to use stars. If you don't know what stars are, you're not alone, because a lot of people don't, including me. But there's a little button if you're on Facebook that allows you to press it if you have stars You can donate stars to us, which basically equals to like like a virtual tip kind of thing, and it is an actual tip. And all the proceeds go directly to the Save the Chris Foundation. So if you are watching on Facebook and wish to tip with stars, we do appreciate the support, and we do. But do not by any means feel like you have to.
It would make me feel really good after recovering from the COVID.
Right. Chris got the vid, and that sucks. Oh, Facebook user, so sad.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy you're here, Facebook user. I am. So anyway, tonight is thinner. I guess it's probably a good enough time to start as any, right?
Yeah. Have at it, Brian.
We'll get some more people in here. Tonight it's on me. So I'm going to light a cigarette. Kids, sit back, relax, and listen to the story of Thinner. William Halleck is a big fat lawyer in Connecticut. He has a wife and daughter, and they're worried about his health because of his weight. He's on a diet which isn't working. His wife seems like she cares, but is a bit of a nag. He has a big case defending a mobster, and she doesn't seem to approve of him representing the guy either. So Billy goes to court, wins the case for the mobster, Richie Ginelli, played by Joe Mantegna. And next we see him celebrating on a boat with Richie. It is obvious the two like each other on a friendly level, above and beyond a professional relationship. Richie several times over mentions that he owes him a very big favor. Okay, so Billy goes back to the office where he's congratulated for winning his case. At the same time, a group of gypsies have come to town and are advertising their carnival in the town square in front of Billy's office. As Billy is leaving, he runs into Judge Kerry Rossington, who goes into a racist tirade about the transient people. We are briefly introduced to Gina and Gabe Lemke. It is obvious that Gina does not take kindly to townsfolk because she knows what they say about her and the gypsies. Okay. Billy and his wife go out to dinner to celebrate the victory. And on the way home, she starts to talk about his weight. And he begins to tell her that all he thinks about is food. So she decides she can take his mind off of that by putting his little Billy in her mouth. Side note, that thing must have been huge because her head was going like a 4.5 up and down. It was like this. All right. I don't know, but okay. Meanwhile, the extremely old Tatsu Lemke is in the pharmacy getting medication to fix his face hole. A big piece of skin that looks as if it was bitten out of his nose, really. His daughter, Suzanne Lemke, says she's cold and is going to get her coat. Meanwhile, the pharmacist, who is played by Stephen King, is watching the other gypsies in the mirror and thinks they're stealing. Suzanne walks out into the middle of the road and is struck by a blowjob Billy and is killed, thus ending her life and ending the blowjob.
Did he finish?
Billy goes to court, and the police officer, Duncan Hopley, testifies that he was doing the speed limit and it looks truly to be an accident. The judge, without much more information, rules it accidentally, and Billy finally gets off because he didn't get off in the car. As Billy leaves the court Billy leaves the court, Tatsu Lemke walks up and touches his face and whispers, "Dinner," and walks away. Billy's freaked out, but is still relieved that he got off on from the charges. This curse that Tatsu Lemke puts on Billy causes Billy to lose weight rapidly, regardless of how much he eats. The old man curses the corrupt judge, Kerry Rossington, and police chief Duncan Hopley, who helped Billy avoid punishment for the gypsy woman's death. Later, Billy sees Judge Kerry Rossington slowly turning into a lizard after a hostile encounter with his wife, Rossington commits suicide. Duncan Hopley becomes mutated with oversized pimples, and he also commits suicide. Billy continues
I'd like to know what the other curse was.
Yeah, I was curious too. It was probably pimply or something. I don't know.
Keep going.
Teenager or whatever. So Billy continues to remain in denial about what's happening. After visiting a clinic, finding his sudden weight loss unexplicable, he finally realizes that the gypsy curse is real. Because only Lemke can remove the curse, Billy must track down and persuade the ancient gypsy man to lift the curse. He flees from his family when they disbelieve the curse, and insists that he sees psychiatric help. Billy finally tracks down the gypsy troupe at the carnival in the next town in Connecticut. But Lemke is unmoved, and his great-granddaughter, Gina, shoots Carrie's car window. Carrie's car window, who's picked Billy up. Then they drive straight into a truck, which seemingly is driven by Lemke. The experience turns out to be a nightmare, and that Billy experiences and learns that the gypsy caravan has moved to the next town, where he confronts them. Gina then shoots him in the hand with her it says catapult. I think it's more of a slingshot. And christens him the white man from town, shoots a hole in his fucking hand. And so as his family grows frantic about his whereabouts, Billy enlists the help of Richie, who believes in gypsy curses and agrees to help him out. Richie pays an associate to track down the gypsies for him. Richie kills off the camp dogs with poison and leaves a note saying, "White man from town says take it off." But the next day, the gypsies find the man who tracked them down and kill him and vandalize Billy's car. That's not exactly what happened, but I didn't write this part of this. So we're going with it. All right. The next evening, Richie turns up the heat, and launches a one-man attack against the gypsy camp by firing off various automatic weapons at the camp trailers. He kills one gypsy at the camp, who is Gina's husband. He did not actually kill that gypsy. The gypsies killed him. He tied him up, shoved him over the wall in the dark, and as he's stumbling towards the camp, the gypsies did not see who it was, just saw that there was somebody coming towards them and shot him. But anyway, once again, he leaves a note in his pocket, says, white man from town says take it off, kind of thing. The next morning, Richie turns up at the camp impersonating Agent Stoner from the FBI, where he lures Gina away from the group to an old barn where he confronts and brutalizes her in order to persuade Lemke to lift the curse. Billy stops Richie.
Leaves a jar of acid on
her forehead, fucking forehead. She's really pretty too, I may add. Billy stops Richie from killing her. Richie threatens Gina with acid and gives her a message for her great-grandfather to meet him at the lighthouse in 2 hours. Richie then drops off the thin and frail Billy at the meeting place and drives off. By now, Billy Halleck is he's almost at the point where he's going to just go into cardiac arrest because he's so thin.
He can't walk properly.
Right. He cannot walk properly at all. Lemke arrives at the meeting convinced that only by lifting the curse can prevent further attacks on his people. So he explains to Billy that he cannot remove the curse, but it can be transferred to another victim. Lemke then performs this by stabbing Billy in his wounded hand and mixing the blood with a strawberry pie that he has brought him. Lemke tells Billy that the curse will be lifted for a short while, and he's going to gain weight really quickly, but the cursed pie must be consumed by an unsuspected victim, causing painful but rapid death, or the curse will return. Lemke urges Billy at the end to eat his own fucking pie and die like a man, but die without somebody else's blood on his hands. Billy basically says, "We're done here. Get out of here." And the old gypsy walks away. Billy returns home to Castle Rock with the pie, but he believes that his wife Heidi has been cheating on him during his ordeal, which he believed it the whole time. And it was something that has been building up this whole entire saga of him being on the road. So he leaves the pie out in the kitchen for her to eat. He also tells his daughter to go and spend the night at a friend's house. And so the next morning, he leaves the pie out in the kitchen for her to eat. She delightedly eats a piece while Billy heads to bed, claiming exhaustion. The next morning, Billy finds Heidi's desiccated corpse next to him on the bed. He is gleeful to be free of the curse and what he believes to be his disloyal wife. However, when he goes downstairs, and he does something really gross. I mean, like, that was the thing. I'm going to have to say that.
Yeah. He kisses his wife's corpse.
And the desiccated,
yeah,
mucky corpse. Anyway, so he discovers that his daughter, Linda, had eaten some of the pie just minutes earlier for breakfast, and she never went and stayed at the friend's house. She decided to come home, and she got up and had that. So, and just before she walks out the door for school and go play soccer with her friends, meaning she's going to die at any minute. At the same time, Billy discovers on the news that Richie Ginelli has been found dead in New York City under mysterious circumstances. Billy reasoning that Romani took Romani took revenge upon him. All right. Billy's guilt compels him to die with dignity. I don't agree with any of this. I'm just going to go with fuck this thing. All right. So what happens is his daughter ate the pie. He loved his daughter very much. So he at that point in time said, well, fuck, I just killed my daughter. I can't continue to live. So he's made up his mind to eat his own pie as well. So at least he'd be dead. Hello, Sharon. At least he'll be dead along with his daughter. Right as he's about to go ahead and take a bite of the pie, Dr. Mike, the one who was screwing his wife, shows up at the door. And if you had any doubts that he was screwing his wife, the first thing the guy says is, "It's not what you think." Well,
yeah,
I would never say that unless it was exactly what he thought. So he puts on a smiley face. Hi, Jackie, great superstar. Puts on a smiley face and says, listen, I was acting like a jerk. Why don't you come in and have a slice of pie? And the doctor says, no, I couldn't do that. He said, I have a whole breakfast pie here. Never heard that term before, but I have a whole breakfast pie here. Let's bury the hatchet. Come on in and have a piece.
A pie eaten in the morning is a breakfast pie.
I do understand the definition. I just never heard it before. So the doctor comes in and walks past Billy, and Billy's shutting the door, and he says, white doctor from town. And he closes the door, and it's over. And that is thinner. And we don't know whether or not Billy ate the pie at that point in time. He might have just decided to fucking live.
Yeah.
He might have.
Good job, Brian.
Thank you. I thought it was all right. Didn't take me as long as usual.
This movie gave one of the greatest lines in all of cinema.
Can I guess?
Yes.
He may have been a mook, but he was my mook. Fuck.
It's one of the greatest lines ever written.
Ever. ever. What'd you
From
think? I mean,
Fat Tony himself.
What did you think, sir?
I love this fucking movie.
Yes.
See, a bad Stephen King movie is kind of like pizza.
Still good. It's still pizza.
It's still pizza. It's still an entertaining movie, even the bad ones. And this isn't a particularly great movie.
No,
but it's so much fun, and Robert John Burke is just chewing every bit of scenery.
Oh, he is. He overacts this entire movie.
Yes,
but given his situation, you almost have to go, all right, you know what? Maybe I'd be the same goddamn way if I was in such a dire, straight.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You don't know. I don't know either. So, Chad, what did you think of this movie? Did you watch it? Did you like it? What do you think? Tell me. I'd like to know. I really want to hear from you guys. But I overall, I love this movie too. This has been one of my favorite movies for a long, long time. I can say I've seen it multiple times. Professor Feather.
I think I've read the book at least twice.
I've read it at least 7 times.
Yeah.
It wasn't that big a book. It was kind of thinner.
No, it's
than
like
the rest of it.
450. It's a normal Bachman book.
It was thinner than a Stephen King book.
Because it was a Bachman book.
True. Let's see. Sharon. Yeah, I mean, I did read the book way before. I thought the book was great. And this was one of those movies that actually it taught me to not
Thank
care
you, Cherry.
so much.
Thank you, Cherry.
Oh, what nice people. What nice people. Just real quick, I got a little something to remind you guys what's going on. I'm going to give this movie, though, all of my horns.
Yep.
All right, let's see. Hey there, kids. Don't forget, if you're watching right now and you're in the chat, go ahead and share this with everybody you know. All right. That would do that. Do that because it's very important to do it. Let's see. Professor Feather 11 says he read the book in an hour. Must have been back in the cocaine days.
Yeah. That's a speed reading champion right there.
That is a speed reading champion. How many words per minute would that have to be?
Oh.
I wonder. I mean, I'd have to know. He says yup, though. I think he was saying yup to the cocaine days. So it really wasn't an hour. What happened was he read half the book. He read half the book, fell asleep, and woke up the next day at the same time and read the rest of it. And it felt like an hour. That's what I think. Listen, if you're here and you're not talking to us, please talk to us. Let us know how you feel about things. Because we have a little question and answer period going on next. Yeah. It is our horrible thought of the week.
He's my favorite.
That guy. Hi, everybody, and welcome to your horrible thought of the week. Every week we come up with a question to kind of ask to find out where our chat is, and it usually pertains to the movie. So here it is. Our movie tonight shows a man who is angry at his wife because he is being punished for something he believes is both of their doing. Not only that, but he believes that she is cheating on him with his doctor and friend. At the end of the movie, he is told that he has to kill somebody with someone with a pie that contains the curse in order to live himself. He chooses his wife due to her unwillingness to accept responsibility for the accident and her infidelity. If you were in the same situation, would you choose to kill your significant other? Would you find another person to kill with your pie? Or would you eat the pie yourself to avoid someone else dying? So there's your question. That is the horrible thought of the week. Chat, please let us know what you would do. Professor Feather would feed it to his wife. Jackie, watch the fuck out. F the cheating bee. That's Sharon. Paula, I understand this is
You're supposed to. It's an imaginary. It's a thought experiment.
Hypothetical. All right. Sharon's laughing. You don't have to have it, but I mean, what would you? Okay, Paul, you don't have. Chris would take one for the team. I agree, but that's okay. I'm going to go into that in a second. Paula, if you don't have a significant other, who would you feed the pie to? Or would you? Probably would feed, but who would you feed it to? Would you feed it to your significant other? Or would you feed it to like another person? Would you find a homeless person and give them the pie?
That was going to be my answer.
You know, I mean, would you find the most horrible person you could find? Well, okay. Well, if I was still married, then yes, she would feed it to him. Yeah, that's an answer. That's a good answer. Significant other, Zombie Mortuary says. Personally, I could find so many people that I do not believe should walk the earth. So I would probably feed it to one of them. But if I was in the same situation, I'd feed it to the dude boning my wife. That would be my first place to go.
Yeah.
Would be that guy.
That's a good answer.
And if he takes it home and he eats it and whoever else eats it, you know what I mean? Then who cares? You know what I mean? And then, then the wife would know this is not something to fuck around with. Anyway, I can think of a few politicians I would love to feed it to, like all of them. Yes. That would have to be a really big pie though, Paula.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how much do they have to eat? Do they have to eat an entire slice, or is a bite sufficient?
I'm going to say a bite is not sufficient because Billy French kissed his dead wife with strawberry pie in her mouth. And that didn't seem to be a problem.
So it's kind of like the dose makes the poison kind of deal.
The dose makes the poison, yes. Yeah, I'd feed it to them and sit and watch. Sure, of course.
Yeah.
Of course you would, right? I mean, you'd have to. Well, fuck, I think we've got everybody in here who's already, right?
I think so.
All right, so there we go. Fair enough. Tonight's one of those nights I think a lot of people started watching Netflix and then went to sleep.
Yeah, or they're watching the news with the election results coming in.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'm going to give you a little election news. We're fucked no matter what.
Absolutely.
We could definitely figure out a way. I agree. I think that is a thing we could do. Plus, there's, I do not believe that you should kill another person. I do not. But I'm down for it, having said that.
But if you're going to.
Hallmark Christmas presents the Christmas.
Oh, it has begun.
I'm ready.
No, I'm never ready.
No, I'm not either. I was driving on
as soon as Halloween's over, I'm
Halloween night morning. I was driving.
I'm thinking New Year's.
I was driving in the car, and it was like 6:00 on after Halloween the next day, and heard that stupid Mariah Carey song for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
yep.
So what else we got? Well, we still got the other half of the show, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just gonna remind you guys by this. So my question is, why haven't you clicked that share button yet? Go ahead and do it. We want to see more people in here. We want to talk to your friends. We want to talk to you. I want you guys fighting with each other over things. This is going to be fun. Click the share button.
Do that.
Click that share button. We need more people. I do hate that fucking song, Paula. I gotta tell you, I hate it. And I'm singing it in my head right now.
Pour one out for all the retail workers that have to listen to it 5 times a day for the next 2 months.
I would, but I'll pour it in my mouth instead.
There you go.
All right, so we've got a game today. What's tonight's game, Chris?
Game time. We're gonna play. What's that damn answer?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to What's the Damn Answer? I am Monkey Boy, and this is Chris. So, right now, this is the only game show where you have to find an answer to a question. That's not actually true, but I've always.
Oh, we already got voters.
You guys know what to do.
Yeah.
So, for those of you who don't know what to do, if you're around, if you're in there, just not talking yet. Right now is a good time. Chris is going to ask me some questions this week. Okay, and I have to answer them. Is there anything special about these questions this week?
Yes, because we did a Stephen King movie, we are going to do an all Stephen King movie themed What's the Damn Answer?
All right. Good deal. So if you'll notice in the chat, people are putting names, either mine or Chris's. If you think that I'm going to get more right then there are questions to whatever. If you think I'm going to get more of them right than Chris is going to beat me on, then I win. If I do, and if not, he wins. So you're putting in the chat who you think's going to win. At which point in time, whoever does win. If you voted for them, you get on the wheel of names. And you get to pick, if you're picked on the wheel of names randomly, you get to pick next week's movie, which we will be forced to watch and talk about next week.
Yes. And we've been on mostly a roll, Paranormal Activity withstanding.
And still, it wasn't I wouldn't go as far as to say it was B movie quality.
No.
So that's good. But we'll do anything you say if you win.
Yeah.
So all right.
So I'll give it 30 more seconds. If anybody's slacking or if anybody joins post maturely.
Yeah, I'm a post mature ejaculator. So why does anybody ever fucking listen to me anyway? So, all right.
Yeah. Jackie says Brian. All right.
Good.
All right. I'm gonna cut that off.
All right. We're done. It's time for these questions.
Are you ready, Brian?
I'm a little nervous. I gotta tell you, it's been tough this past couple weeks. It has. Oh. So let's see.
All right, we're doing best of 13, so 7 wins.
13.
Yep. Okay. And these are all about the movies.
The movies themselves.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
In The Shining, what is the name of the room where Jack met Lloyd the bartender?
That is I want to say it's the Starlight Ballroom.
It is the Gold Room.
The Gold Room. Wah, wah.
Number 2, in Misery, what is the name of Paul Sheldon's final, or so he thought, novel about the character of Misery Chastain?
Give me a moment. You're not talking about the one he has to write.
Not the one that Annie's making him write. The last one he wrote.
Because that was Misery's Return.
Yes.
So it was. Oh, this is going to kill me. It's going to kill me. No, I don't remember.
Misery's Child.
Misery's Child, because she dies during childbirth, which happens to so many people back in that time period. All right.
The director of The Running Man, Paul Michael Glazer, starred in a famous 70s TV show about two cops. What was that show?
That was Paul Michael Glazer was Starsky and Hutch.
Very good. You got scared there for a minute, didn't you?
Nope.
Okay. This is number 4. In the Dead Zone, how long was John Smith in a coma?
I want to say 7 years, but hold on. Yeah, 7 years.
5 years.
5 years. Damn it. Damn it. I'm not doing well, kids. I'm sorry.
You got a layup coming. In Firestarter, the child actor who played Charlie grew up to be a well-known actor. Who is it?
Oh, come on. Drew Barrymore.
It's got to have some simple ones in there, too.
Yeah, I know. So it keeps us going, I guess.
Yeah. There's a few easy and a few hard.
You know, the thing is, those first two should have been easy and nothing.
Yeah.
It should have been. So,
a famous punk band wrote the theme song to Pet Sematary. Who was it?
The Ramones.
The name of the novella that Stand By Me was based upon.
The name of the novella was The Body?
Yes. Stephen King directed one of his movie adaptations. What was it?
One of his movie adaptations. Was it The Whole Thing? Can I ask that question?
He directed a movie of
a whole movie. It's a whole movie.
Yes.
He did The Shining again.
No. Maximum Overdrive.
He did that one?
Yeah, it was the first and only thing he ever directed.
The one with Emilio or the second version?
Yeah, the one with Emilio.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's the first and only thing he's ever directed.
God damn it.
Big ball cocaine. In The Shawshank Redemption, who was the subject of the poster that covered the wall when Andy's secret tunnel was discovered?
When it was discovered?
When his tunnel was discovered.
That was... Shit. Well, I know in the book it was a different person. But in the movie, I believe it was it Barbarella, which is Jane Fonda, or was it 100 BC, the fucking Bridget Bardot?
Raquel Welch.
That was not Raquel Welch.
Yes.
It wasn't the book.
No, it was in the movie too. Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
He started off with Rita Hayworth.
Yeah, in the book.
Yeah. And in the movie, but over time, over 19 years, he changed posters.
You're right. I'm sure. Yeah. I'm not going to argue with you. Honestly, I seem to remember it being it was either that movie BC starring Bridget Bardot or Barbarella starring Jane Fonda.
No, it was
in the movie. All right, good. Let's go.
In Christine, what was the make and model of the car?
It's a Chevy. And it was a Chevy. God damn it. I am a fucking idiot tonight. I apologize, everyone. Fans. I don't know. Go.
It's a Plymouth Fury.
It was a Plymouth Fury? I would have never got that.
Fury. 1958 Plymouth Fury.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Number 11. Right now it is 6-4.
Okay. So I need to get the rest right.
Yeah. What was the name of the sadistic guard in the Green Mile that worked in the prison?
See his face. See his face. It was a French name. Done.
Percy Wetmore.
Percy Wetmore. Jesus Christ. Where's my brain?
Do you want to hear the last two just for shits and giggles?
Yes, I do.
All right. In 1408, what city was the hotel set?
Chicago?
New York.
Wouldn't have gotten that either.
One more.
Wow. Yep.
In It, the creature, which took up the form of Pennywise, comes to feed at what interval?
28 years.
No, 27.
Motherfucker. You just had to make it 27, didn't you? Yeah, I lost.
And that's game.
I lost. Chris wins. Alexa, round of applause, please.
Okay.
Alexa, Mexican hat dance, please.
Mexican Hat Dance, a Kids Line dance party on Amazon Music.
There you go. Do it up, coming boy.
Hey. Hey.
All right, Alexa, stop. It was good. It was good. It was good to see you dance, sir. And yeah, it's weird. Yeah, sorry, Paula. I have no idea what happened. That should have been a fucking slam dunk one for me. But for some reason, I just blanked. I knew every answer to every question.
I'm surprised
coming out of
you got the Starsky and Hutch question, but you didn't get the Christine question. That blows me.
Right. I knew every answer as it started coming out of your mouth. I knew it. Oh, you know what? Thank you, Paula. It is the way the cookie crumbles. It really is.
It happens.
But that's okay.
It was a good game.
So it was a good game. It was good. It wasn't great. It was definitely not one of my finer moments. I'm just gonna say that. But that's all right. There's always next week and the week after
Yes.
and the week after. So don't worry. It will be fun. So what names am I putting on this wheel, sir?
Delilah and Zombie Mortuary.
That's it?
That's
And-
it. Nobody else had any confidence
Faith in
in me
you?
tonight. Yeah, throw me on there too.
Chris. Okay, so let me put it up here so you guys don't think I'm cheating, because I'd never cheat.
Yeah. Or else
But-
you'd end up having to eat a pie.
But then, yeah, right. And then again, the way I just say I'd never cheat sounds like I would definitely cheat. And that's not true. So we got it here.
Can we be sponsored by Sweetwater? I can use some free shit.
We could be if they say yes.
Okay.
I think we got to get a couple stars first.
All right.
I don't know. Are you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Alexa, drum roll, please.
Okay.
Here we go. The wheel is spinning, and it is almost zombie mode. Delilah plays the dead girl. Is our winner.
All right.
Is our winner tonight. Very happy about that. Oh, Delilah plays the
And
dead
she
girl.
won a couple
She
weeks
did.
ago and gave
True.
us Return of the Living Dead.
And Zombie Mortuary never wins, man.
Oh,
But
that's
she's
not
comes
true. She gave us
close.
Terrifier.
She did give us Terrifier, which I hear Terrifier 2 is doing well.
It's doing really well. I might have to see it.
But I'm kind of waiting because I have a feeling it's going to show up in here. You know? Let's see. Evil Dead 2. Wow. Wow. Very good call. Evil Dead 2.
So
Dead
if I
by
said to you, I haven't seen Evil Dead 2 yet, would you think I had the intention to see it?
Yes.
That's
I
the
would
line
think
from the
so.
movie. It's a line from
Yes.
the movie. Yeah.
I didn't see that movie.
High Fidelity? You haven't seen High Fidelity?
I have, but like I don't remember things that are horror movies. And obviously tonight I just don't remember anything, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
Professor Feather says there's a new Evil Dead movie coming out, and that is true.
It is true. Like
Evil Dead Rise.
so it's going to be like a sequel to the last remake of Evil Dead.
I don't know if it's going to be. I think it might be its own standalone thing. I don't know. There's not a lot of details about it yet, but it's not
Okay,
going to be
well-
in. It's not going to be part of the Raimi verse as far as.
Well, no,
Where it's
that last one wasn't. So,
Yeah,
but it did have.
it's going to be it's going to be a big city type of deal. It's going to be Evil Dead in the city.
All right. So it's going to have Carrie Bradshaw in it, from Sex and the City.
Yeah.
I'll do with it. That's cool. Yeah, Delilah is on a roll with the movies.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's
Yes,
true.
Raimi and Campbell are executive producers, which basically means they have final say over what happens. They're not going to
Yeah, and
be
they're
involved in
they're
the actual content.
no, they just have some final say and they're collecting up money.
Yeah.
and that's fine. And then it's honestly that's cool. Bruce Campbell, actually, I remember him going on record when they were talking about doing another movie. This one that you're talking about now, and he just said he's way too old to do that now. He just he can't-
when the show got canceled, he retired the character.
right, but then they asked him to come back for this next, and he just said I can't do it. He said
Yeah.
it's just too physical, which I understand, and he did all his own shit and all that stuff.
Yeah, he was used and abused.
He did it to himself.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not all of it, as we'll see next week.
In Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn. Great
Yeah.
movie. Great movie. Some of the best scenes ever.
I
in
think
horror.
And next week is my turn. So I think I'm going to try to. I see this present button down here. I think I'm going to try to use some clips.
Ooh, can we do that? Are we legally able to clip?
Yeah, because we are commenting on it. It's fair use.
Okay, yeah, because we're giving
technically we're reviewing a
we're
product.
Giving credit
it
where
falls
credit
under
is
fair
due.
use.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm liking that. So you got anything going on this week, Chris? Other than you're gonna go for like maybe monkeypox this week or something?
Maybe. I was thinking about not trying to get sick.
Good idea.
So I don't want to get sick again. COVID sucks. Don't get it. No, but Friday night thrown together is over at the Salty Gyms.
At the Salty
at 8:30. And
all right.
That's on the corner of Weber and Beneva.
Okay.
And then Sunday we are going to be at Stragglers in Sarasota from 4 to 8. Yeah,
Ooh.
On a Sunday.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try to get there to Salty Gyms on Friday, perhaps, depending on.
It's going to be a good time.
It always is. Always.
I had to cancel last Saturday because the vid.
Yeah, birthday lineup did come out. I'm not on it. I'm not stoked. But I can see how you could be. And that's cool. We'll see what happens maybe next year.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Fingers crossed. COVID was hell. It was not great. I still have some head shit going on.
Yeah.
But don't get it.
Listen, it's just like heroin. If you don't do it, you won't miss it.
Yeah.
Right. So don't get hooked on COVID, kids.
Yeah.
This has been an announcement.
It's a bad thing.
It's a really bad thing. Boys and girls, now.
What do you guys got going on this week?
This week we're doing the check-in tomorrow night. Tropical storm be damned, because we may get a tropical storm.
Rain.
And wind. And actually, I got to tell you, Chris, I've been here long enough to where I've seen tropical storms that were worse than some of the hurricanes that I've been through.
Meh.
This is kind of a lot of wind.
Yeah, just a thing. So we'll see. But there's no shows. We are off writing new music for all of our good boys and girls out there. So we will be definitely releasing a single right around Christmas.
Yay!
And, hopefully a whole new album in January.
Very cool.
Which is cool. So, but this week we're just working on music, and that's going to be it. And then hopefully going to see Chris at Salty Gyms on Friday.
Yeah.
And you start what time?
8:30.
That's a good time to start.
8:30 to 11:30.
Paula Trigg went through a troubadours.
Do you have a truck backing up in your living room?
No, I have Dave microwaving things because he's like, live things be damned. Let's get some microwaving in right now. Yeah. He's actually microwaving stuff he's not even going to eat. He's just like, I want all the beeps I can make, possibly. He's about to light a lighter underneath the smoke detector, and which is great because I was like, Dave, what are you doing? But he knows what he's doing, and he's manager Dave, man. You have to just let him do it.
Yeah.
Supposed to come near north of Tampa. Yeah, actually, we're going to get a little bit of crap from it down here. You're going to get, in Tampa, you're going to get the very edge of anything, if you get anything at all, I would think. It's going to be more Orlando-ish area that gets anything from this tropical storm, and definitely the East Coast. So we'll be all right. Damn autocorrect.
Yeah.
Agreed, Paula Trigg. Agreed.
Ducking autocorrect.
Ducking autocorrect. I've never in my life meant to say ducking. Because even if it was like something came at my head, so I'm ducking under it. That's not true. I meant to say fucking under it. And it's true. Because, if I had the opportunity, I would be fucking under it. And that's the way it is. Let me see if I can beautify myself. Hold on real quick. Ooh, look at me.
Yeah. He's an Instagram model.
I am now 10 years younger in my mind.
So, Brian, what'd you think of the movie Barbarian?
Oh, Barbarian, I think everyone should watch.
I
think
too.
everyone should watch Barbarian. It was damn good. It was one of those movies that if you just turn it on and don't know anything about it, it's the best thing you could do.
Even if you saw the trailer, you don't know anything about it.
Right. It's really good.
Yeah.
And I got to say, I love Justin Long. Love him. Anything.
In fact, the second trailer for the movie was released on YouTube as Justin Long's new movie.
Really?
It didn't even have the title in the video. It just said
guy.
Justin Long's new movie.
I love that guy. Also, I will recommend the movie X.
Oh yeah. Oh, we also watched Pearl, the prequel to X.
I'm about to watch Pearl,
Yes.
But X was really well
It marks
done.
the spot.
It was really well done. So if you get a chance to watch the movie X, please do so. I thought it had a lot of good qualities to it.
Yeah, and then watch Pearl, which is a prequel and a completely different movie.
And it was filmed at the same time.
Yeah, and they have a sequel coming out later in the year called Maxine that takes place 10 years after X. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I was excited.
Yeah.
I was excited, but I was beautified, so it looked a little weird. Because normally it just looks all wrinkly.
I didn't think they were going to try to squeeze, 3 movies out of what they set up in X, but according to how Pearl came out, I have no expectations for Maxine because Pearl is a completely different movie than X.
And Maxine, if I'm not mistaken,
she was the survivor.
She was the survivor
X.
of X.
Because the old lady in X
is Pearl,
and Maxine are played by the same actress.
Yes.
So in Pearl, you have the actress that plays Maxine in X.
This is so crazy. So crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So crazy. Well, boys and girls, we had some fun tonight. Now, I know.
We had a lot of fun tonight.
We may have, crossed a few lines. I may have said a few things that maybe were involving the word fuck or, whatever. But as always, I'm so happy to see you guys here. Make sure you invite your friends. Come back next week when we do Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn.
Next week, share it and tag 2 people.
Yeah, tag 2 people. Tag 2 people in that share. Just do it. I mean, it's not going to take you anything. And even if you don't like those people, it doesn't matter.
Especially if you don't like those people.
But let us know you don't like them because then we can do something.
Yeah.
All right, boys and girls, thanks a lot for coming. I am, as always, your humble monkey boy. And this is Chris.
I'm Chris.
We love you. Good night.
Bye.